TalksWithNurseDiaries. If you don't know who I am, my name is Marie Catherine. I'm the founder of Nurse Diaries UK, and on my platform we talk everything to do with nursing, everything to do with women's health, and also life outside of nursing. I love to show you guys my holiday vlogs and things that I do in the week as well, as a nurse and also outside of nursing as well. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to this channel and let's start this video. Hey guys, so I can't believe time has gone by so quick. I remember when Talks with Nurse Diaries was just a plan on a scrap piece of paper, and now it's become, you know, a whole another thing. Like, it's a place where I bring guest speakers here sitting beside me and we speak about nursing and everything to do with nursing, everything to do with women's health. I've met amazing and incredible people just simply through filming this, and yeah, so this video is just going to be a recap of all the good moments that was done through filming this series. It's crazy because literally, like, I remember the beginning of the year, so January. I remember when literally in January I had a project where I had Francis, I had Simpiwe, and I had Ria, and we spoke about women's health. And from there, it's really stemmed the idea of Talks with Nurse Diaries, because I really like the fact that we were speaking about women's health, and I wanted to just do women's health and nursing as well, which is why I started Talks with Nurse Diaries this month. It's been a pleasure with Talks with Nurse Diaries. I had people who were nurses just speaking about nursing, speaking about the first, let's talk about filming with Alex. Alex is somebody that I've watched on YouTube when I was a student nurse and watched her grow. She has a whole aesthetic page business, aesthetics business, AGD aesthetics, and yeah, just hearing her journey and already seeing her journey, but also being on the couch and hearing her talk about how it's like to be a NICU nurse. It's been amazing. It was really fun. I enjoyed filming. You know, that's my girl, so it was always a good vibe with her. So yeah, it was just really nice filming with her. So hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So I'm so excited to announce that this is the first episode of Talks with Nurse Diaries. So what is Talks with Nurse Diaries?
But then I was just thinking, like, I don't know, I always wanted to do something to do with children. So nursing became an option. I did think about midwifery, but then I thought, let me try peds nursing. Yeah, it kind of just went from there, really.
And it's crazy because it's only the second time meeting her. The first time meeting her is when I did a video, I think it was in 2023. I think it was to do with when we just qualified. Yeah, we were 6 months into qualifying as newly qualified nurses, and we did a video on that with some other girls as well. And here we are now, literally 2 years into nursing and coming back to you guys. So that's why it's good to watch the space and follow and subscribe, because sometimes I do bring back the same people and you are able to see their progression. Now she does aesthetic nursing alongside being a NICU nurse, and she's doing courses as well when it comes to NICU nursing as well. So that was so much fun. And then after Alex, we had Julia, and Julia, I've never met her before, but it was so lovely meeting her. Like, we just vibed. You expected. Some people think that it's a bit different from when they were at uni in comparison to being a registered nurse. People find it a bit different. So how did you find it?
I think it's different in the sense that I think the responsibility changes. Obviously, if you're a nurse, you know what I'm talking about when you're like supernumerary status, which means that you're not counted as like the numbers towards your staffing. Whereas as a qualified nurse, you are counted as the numbers, and obviously that was a massive change for me, because I was like, oh, I'm actually the nurse that people are going to be coming to ask for help. Whereas as a student, people are just like, oh, can you do this? And you're like, oh, I don't actually know how to do that. I'm going to ask your nurse. So I think that transition from being a nurse, for student nurse, pardon me, to a full-time nurse, I think it takes a little while to just like to switch as well. But I think the support that you get transitioning from being a student nurse to a full-time nurse is also so important, because if you go from working in a team during a placement that you've had no support and nothing else, or you've the other way where you've had the support and then you go into working full time and still having that support, I think it either exceeds your expectations or it makes you feel really, really comfortable.
Yeah. After that, we had Letting Loose, which was so nice. Like, it was the first time I've had like 2 people on the channel speaking about their experiences and they're part of the same like group, which was really nice. And I feel like we all learned a lot, and that video was just, you could see how authentic it was. Like, they were really passionate about what they were speaking about. Everything just flowed. It was just so natural. I felt like I was just speaking to them. I forgot about you guys, I can't lie. Like, it was just funny. Like, we were purely laughing. It was lovely. And it's just, I love what they're doing as well. I love what they're doing with the women's health scene, and they're honestly going to be so massive. I can already see it. So watch out for them.
But you need to have more people like yourself, like us as well, different brands coming together and going into schools, doing that workshops, educating, and also just breaking the taboos of talking about it, and not just talking to girls, but talking to boys too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I was even going to add that the boys thing as well, because I feel like in order for us to collectively, because I feel like sometimes when we talk about reproductive health, we always focus sometimes on women as well.
Yeah.
But we forget that some men as well, they need that as well.
Yeah.
When I started mine, to be honest, it was a Sunday church. My mom so act as well. Like, she told me, she just gave me, like, I was like, oh, I started my period, and I was very excited because I remember everybody else kind of started. I feel like I was kind of one of the last ones. So I was so excited, and I came to her. She was like, yeah, here's it, pad. Make sure to come to church. Since I'm actually busy. I'm telling you, and that was the end of the conversation. There was no, what is the hygiene? What is the product you need to be using to maintain yourself? It's almost like she effectively, well, I thought the school would teach you that. But the school didn't teach us that.
After that, the next episode was with Anita. Oh my gosh, I loved filming with her. Like, I love filming everyone. I'm not even going to lie to you. If there's someone I didn't like filming, I will tell you guys. But I felt so comfortable with absolutely everybody, and especially Anita. Like, I've met her once before, and I met her before when we filmed somewhere else. But this time it was just so nice, just having that one-to-one chat. Like, our video was so long. I had to cut it down, guys. It was so long because it was just a normal conversation. I feel like one thing I love to do is just try and make every guest feel comfortable where they are, because I feel like that is so important. But yeah, it was just so nice, her telling me and you guys her story. It was so inspirational. Like, I feel like I was sitting there in absolute awe. Like, those are people I really look up to. She's one of the people I really look up to. Like, going from a band 5 to a band 7, really in sharing her story, her success, and her wanting other people to level up as well. I love that. And also, just as a black individual, as a black female, I just love seeing people progress and be willing to and wanting to share their journey and wanting to see other people, other black young females get to that level is incredible. And I salute to you, girl, because you have done your thing. And yeah, I really loved filming with her.
I would also be the one going around the ward rounds with all the different consultants. So in my ward, we actually have we had a lot of different specialties on the ward. So there was gynae, there was head and neck, there was general surgery.
Like it's the same as where I work, basically.
They call it the dumping ground.
Yeah.
Nurses are needed everywhere. Like, even in the corporate world, they need nurses. So
I think I saw somebody. What's her name? I think it's Ask Nurse. She's going into doing like juvenile nursing.
I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that before, but it's nice. It's prison nursing. Like, you know, you need a nurse in your life, basically.
And afterwards was Lillian. Oh my gosh, guys, Lillian was down to earth from the minute she stepped foot into the door. Like, I loved her vibe to begin with. Like, she's called me her niece, her adopted niece now. But yeah, I just loved with Lillian. She made everything different. Like, she wanted to speak directly to you guys, and I let her do her thing. I feel like one thing I love doing is making people feel comfortable, as I said before. So yeah, with Lillian, it was just a vibe. I loved it. And it was really interesting. Her really opening up and sharing her story.
It's a bit of a strange one with endometriosis in particular, because some people do present as having issues when they're teens, and it's happening a lot more now. But me personally, I started my cycle later than a lot of people, so I didn't start early. I think I was about 13, 14, if I remember rightly, which was extremely late. And I can honestly say I had no issues as a young girl, living quite a healthy, vibrant life, but always a bit particular with food. I started working in banking at quite a young age, at the tender age of 16, to a very strong mother. Now, what I do know is that some people may talk about endo in particular, because that's what the focus is today, that it could be a genetic condition, and maybe something happens in your life where that gene is triggered. Number one, and the key thing is, you have to advocate for yourself. It doesn't matter if you're shy, you're an introvert, extrovert. Advocating for yourself is so important, because even in 2024, there are so many medical professionals and doctors who still don't know about endometriosis and adenomyosis, and unfortunately still don't care. So you have to advocate.
If you're watching this and you'd like to hear the next episode of Talks with Nurse Diaries, send me a message via Instagram, Nurse Diaries UK, and I would love to have you on. If there's somebody in particular you'd want to see, put a description in the comments